Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Today's video is going to be very chill and relaxed, very casual, get ready with me video, and I thought I'd do a little Q&A so that we've got something to talk about, because sometimes when I do these like chit chat get ready with me videos, sometimes I run out of things to talk about. So I figured if you guys had any questions, you could just ask me. I also asked like what look you'd want to see, and I got a lot of requests for a pinky kind of look. So that's what we're gonna do. So I've got the Modern Renaissance palette here. I figured I could use some of like the pinky purplies that are in here. And then I also pulled this palette that I created. It's got like pinks and purples in here. So I figured between the two of these, I can come up with something decent. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I'm gonna jump right into it. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and let's do this. So I'm heading over to Twitter. So I'm gonna start with my face. I'm gonna use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Light and the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, mix them together. I got a ton of questions about keto, and I'm probably not gonna talk much about it on here just because I wanna leave this channel mainly beauty focused, and I know I haven't posted much on my second channel, which if you didn't know, I started a second channel recently, and I only posted one video on there, and it was a like how I've lost weight video. I haven't lost any more weight since then, and I've been kind of slacking on my diet recently actually, so it's like hasn't been on my mind to do those kinds of videos, and I never intended my second channel to be strictly like fitness and health and stuff, and I think that's what a lot of people think it is, and it's not. It just so happens that that first video that I posted was about health and fitness and stuff. What I really want that channel to be is kind of just a creative outlet for me to do whatever. Honestly, I haven't really felt inspired to make any food videos because I haven't felt very inspired in that area, so I haven't posted anything, if that makes sense. This is brand new for me. I'm using the Tarte Clay Stick Foundation. I'm in the shade Fairlight Neutral. What are your short-term and long-term goals? My short-term goals would be to reach 300,000 subscribers. I'd love to hit 400,000 before the end of the year, which is crazy to even say. Long-term goal for YouTube and like my career, I would possibly love to have a makeup line, but it just almost seems like everybody is doing that now, and it's like, what could I even contribute to this industry that's not already out here, you know? So I feel a little discouraged in that area, honestly, and I know it costs like a lot of money to do, so I don't even know like where I would begin, honestly. Like I don't know anybody that does it. But in my personal life, my short-term goal is to get moved into this house. I got a lot of questions about the house because I talk about this house on Instagram live all the time, and I don't think I've ever mentioned it on here before. My boyfriend and I have been together for 8 years, and he has been building us a house. I'm hoping that we will be moved in by Christmas, but realistically within 6 months, I believe. I get a ton of questions on when am I getting engaged? When am I getting engaged? I mean, I don't know how I'm really supposed to know the answer to that question, but I do know that we both want to. It's just a lot of things need to happen first. Pepsi or Coke? If I had to choose between those two, it would be Coke, hands down, even though I like Dr. Pepper the best. But I haven't had pop since Thanksgiving, so where would my dream vacation be? Everyone says this, Bora Bora. How has doing YouTube changed your life? You can say positives and negatives. How do you not get attached to the negative YouTube comments? Really quick before I answer that, I'm gonna mix light warm and medium light neutral from the Naked Skin concealers from Urban Decay. There's definitely more positives than negatives. I would say it's definitely made me more confident. It has let me have my dream job. I hated retail so much, so it got it to where like I didn't have to work my retail job, and to just like be able to interact with so many different people and learn so much about you guys. I mean, I feel like especially from doing live streams on Instagram, we've got such a close-knit group of friends, I feel. I just really think it's cool how this community can be a place where you can just go to like escape the real world, just hang out with friends, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like how I've always wanted my channel to be, and I'm just so thankful that you guys, I think you feel the same, because I feel like we're on the same track. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm gonna be honest, and I don't mean this in like a cocky way. I'm very thankful that I don't get a ton of negativity on my channel. Any negativity that I do get, I don't know, it doesn't really affect me, I guess. Really quick, I'm gonna use some Bare Minerals matte foundation just to set this. Recently, I did actually disable comments on my subculture video. I think it's pretty obvious that there are some defect palettes. There's a lot of defect palettes out there, but there's also a lot of fine palettes. And when I filmed my video for that, it was on Friday. So it was actually the day before, like the negative videos had come out about it not working. So my video was not very in depth because it worked for me. So I didn't feel like I needed to go into detail about the problem shadows and to go into detail about the controversy with the palette, because this video was filmed before the controversy even started. And since it worked for me, I didn't go into detail about that kind of stuff. And the reason why I disabled the comments on that is just because like it was mainly negativity, like every other comment, which instead of just dealing with it, I just like, you know what, I'm disabling the comments. But normally that's not something that happens. I've only had like a couple comments that have been so viciously mean to where it's almost laughable. For the most part, like you guys are very nice, and anything that you don't like, you're not mean about it. And I really appreciate that. So thank you very much for being kind. And I also do think like the more you talk about it, the more you'll get it. And that's not to say or like to shame anybody or to like make anybody feel bad or whatever, but I do think like touching on it like I am in this video, I think it almost invites it to come back. So I actually don't really want to talk about this much going forward. Can we be best friends? Of course we can. Where do you find cute clothes? I've lost 50 pounds and want to shop. First off, congrats on losing 50 pounds. That's amazing. I feel like I don't dress cute at all compared to like people on YouTube. I'm gonna go into the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion Bronzer. Thank you for thinking I look cute, but I definitely don't look as pizzazzy as most people. But I shop a lot on ASOS.com. I love ASOS, and I get a lot of stuff at Target, H&M. I'll go to like the BP like junior section of Nordstrom. I really like the clothes there, plus it's cheaper because their stuff is expensive as fuck. I just went on Windsor's website and put in a huge order because the shirts that my friend Amanda and I were wearing in our Get Ready With Us video were her bodysuits. So I went on Windsor's website and ordered like 4 bodysuits. Missguided has a lot of really cute stuff too. And Zara. Zara's got a lot of really cute stuff. But Zara, it's like impossible to shop online. Also, based on that information, if you have other stores that you think I would like, let me know down below because I'm always looking for new stuff, especially because I recently lost some weight and I'm looking for just cuter clothes, stuff that I normally wouldn't have worn before. So let me know your suggestions because I would like to know. How do you market your channel? It seems so hard to get videos found without being one of those annoying sub for sub people. Also, do you have true YouTube friends that you talk to regularly? And if so, who are they? I do have some like true YouTube friends. My friend, Miss Tiffany K, we have been friends for maybe like for 4 years. We seriously text almost every day. I talked to everyone that was in the top 6 last year from the Face Awards. Everyone is just so nice from that. Also Nicole from Young, Wild, and Polished and Erin from Erin's Makeup Euphoria. We talk all the time. We FaceTime. They're trying to get me to go to New York in September. Oddly enough, like you can do YouTube anywhere, but I feel like the bulk of people live in LA and I don't want to live in LA. How do I market my channel? It seems so hard to get found. So girl, I'm still learning. Honestly, I am still learning. I feel like YouTube is so saturated now, which is a good thing. I mean, it's good that there's so many people out here like making a living and like doing what they love. I think that's badass. By the way, if you're wondering, I'm using this Makeup Forever trio with that like contour powder. It's seriously amazing because it's not like too harsh. I feel like it's so soft and subtle, but still makes me feel contoured. Just wanted to put that out there. I'm like freaking loving this stuff. Yeah, I find like, honestly, I started talking to a YouTube consultant person. Anyone will tell you that if you want to make a channel, you just have to be yourself and like post videos when you can. Yeah, but there's so much more to it, especially now, especially if you want to make this a business. There's so much more than just being yourself. There's a whole business side that I'm just now learning about. For instance, making sure that you're making videos that are about searchable things that people are searching for and that is trending. If you really do want your videos to get seen, make sure that you've got like a really good thumbnail. And again, I'm not the best person at any of this. Also, just because something works like that doesn't mean you have to do it. Like, I've tried the clickbaity thumbnails. They're just not my style. Nothing against clickbaity titles. It's just not for me. But the way you title your video is very important. Consistency is probably one of the number one biggest thing. There's literally no such thing as posting too much. I'm gonna go into the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze palette, and I'm gonna use the highlighter shade. But if you do everything that I just talked about and more, like when you post a video, cross-promote it on all your social channels. And the other thing is being really active in the community. This is something that I lack. I've gotten so many questions about doing a video all on my setup and all that kind of stuff, and maybe tips for starting your channel. And I would love to do that, especially because I'm not even like, I don't know, I'm really not that cool. I'm no Desi Perkins, let's just say that. I've had a lot of questions about that recently, so I will do that soon if you guys want. Best eye makeup remover. I would definitely say either the Tatcha cleansing oil, that is kind of expensive, but it's my favorite, or the Mary Kay eye makeup remover. It's freaking bomb. For my blush, I'm gonna go into Foxglove from Becca. It looks like a really, really, really hot pink, and it is. So I'm just gonna go in with a really soft touch of this because I don't wanna go crazy overboard. If you could do a collab with any brand, who would you choose and what product would you want to collab on? I would be grateful and thankful to collab with frickin' any brand, let's just say that. Any brand that I like, let's just say that. I think you guys know I would die to work with Makeup Geek. Marlena creates my favorite eyeshadows. So does Anastasia. I love both of them. I'd also love to do a line of lipsticks, either with somebody or on my own. I would just really love to make a good, comfortable lipstick formula. I'm gonna move on to brows. I've actually gotten so many questions about my brows, and if you want a full tutorial on just my eyebrows, I can do that very soon, I promise. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows. It's like a brow gel. Looks like this. And I'm in the color Bridget. You go back to the same MAC store that you used to work at, and if yes, is it awkward? So the MAC store that I worked at was actually a counter inside of Nordstrom, and I do shop at that store all the time, but I try to avoid the MAC counter, which is kind of hard because it's like the first one when you walk in. But I do try to avoid it. I have ran into one of my old managers, but she's the one that I actually really liked because at that specific location we had two managers, and the one I just, we did not know. But the other one was so nice. But yeah, I usually try to just like walk right by. I'm quickly gonna run through my brows with the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit in shade number 3. What have you had your eye on at Sephora that you haven't purchased? The Natasha Denona palettes. Now I'm gonna prime with Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. So I'm first gonna go into Tuscan Sun from Makeup Geek. My friend Amanda had this eyeshadow and I knew it sounded familiar. I do own it. I'm picking up that Tuscan Sun on a Smith 232. And I'm just gonna buff this into my crease. Jeanette asks what my favorite scary movie is. I don't know. I hate scary movies, honestly. The only time that I love scary movies is actually coming up around now. Between like August and October, I like scary movies just because it's like Halloween-y, you know? I would say I like all of the original Halloween movies, like with Michael Myers. I don't want to watch anything that has to deal with demons or people being possessed because I think that shit's real and can happen. So I want nothing to do with that. I'm just not interested. I don't like anything where people are being like dismembered and chopped up, like bleh. However, I am very, very excited for the new It movie because when I was growing up, first off, we weren't allowed to watch scary movies in my house. Maybe that's why I am so afraid of them. My brothers would tell me to to close my eyes, but of course you do the classic, like, I remember doing that when it was on and just being like, oh, it's gonna happen. So I don't think I've ever actually fully watched that movie all the way through. And then the new one that's coming out, I just want to see it so bad just because I remember being so terrified of it as a kid that it will just like, I don't know. I really want to see that one. I also really love the American Horror Story TV show. I love that it's like the same actors, but like a completely different storyline in each one. I actually haven't seen like all of them all the way through. I've just kind of seen like bits and pieces of them. So I'd love to sit down and watch them all one day, except I think there is one that is like very demony, which I'd probably just skip out on that one. Quickly gonna grab the color Poppy, this shade right here. Just like a little boop, like a little hint of it, and then I'm gonna tap a lot of it off, and I'm gonna bring that into the crease a little bit to, oh yeah, brighten it up. I'm gonna start making this a little bit more va-va-voom. So I'm gonna grab Love Letter from the Modern Renaissance palette. It's a beautiful shade. I feel like I do not use this enough, and it is amazing. Gotta find a brush, gotta find a brush. I'm gonna pick it up on a 219 brush from MAC, and I'm bringing that here in the outer corner. What made you start YouTube? I kind of taught myself how to do makeup from watching these videos because a friend of mine that I worked with at the time had the Naked palette. I was overwhelmed. I did not know the first thing about how to apply it. I didn't know about brushes. I didn't know shit. And so I went on YouTube, Julie G713 with her Naked palette tutorial, and that is where I learned how to do makeup. And I learned from Julie G713, from Makeup by Tiffany D, who else? Albumeo. Once I realized that makeup was really something I was interested in and I enjoyed, and I could see that, you know, I was slowly but surely starting to get better at it, and I was so intrigued by just being a makeup artist. I thought that they were the shit. You know, I'd always been so interested in even like the tech side of things, like the editing and the filming and stuff. I loved it. I loved this whole world, and even still, like back then, it was nowhere near where it is today. I had no idea that people could make like an actual living off of it. Like, I knew people made money on YouTube, but I didn't know that you could make a living off of it. I'm definitely still learning a lot, and I'm nowhere near as successful as a lot of people on YouTube, but I love this job. The industry has definitely changed a lot. I've decided I'm gonna make it the way I wanna make it. There's so much drama in the YouTube beauty community now, and I'm gonna pretend that YouTube is what it used to be. And honestly, as soon as I did that, it's been great, it's been grand, and it's been real fun. I'm so excited to see where this goes. You know, I talked about my goals earlier and everything, but you know, I don't know what's gonna happen, and I think that's what's so much fun about it, is I can make as many plans as I want and set as many goals as I want, but God truly knows what's gonna happen, and I don't know I don't know, you know? So I'm just kind of going for the ride. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Deep Damson from MAC. I swear this eyeshadow is like replacing my M928 from Make Forever. So I'm popping that here in the outer corner. I'm just blending this color on the lid here, buffing out the purplies and the pinkies, and yeah. Oh, that's a cool question. Anytime that you've done someone else's makeup, what are the 3 hardest parts that you basically / almost always hate doing? Mascara and eyeliner for sure. Kind of hard to get in there and just like do their mascara. If you would have asked me this question a couple years ago, I would have said lips, because lips used to be really, really complicated for me when I was starting out. Now I love doing lips. But, oh, and if you want to know another thing that I love doing on people is lashes. Ugh. So much easier to do on somebody else than on me. I love doing lashes on other people. I'm gonna pop this nude liner from Rimmel in my waterline. I'm really quickly gonna do my eyeliner off camera just because I just did an eyeliner video. So if you wanna see that, I'll link it up here in the video as well as down below in the description box. Okay, so I just did my eyeliner, and then I also applied some false lashes, which I'm not really a fan of. I don't even know what brand they are. I just feel like they look a little crazy. I'm gonna use this lip liner from Makeup Forever. It's in the shade number 22C, if it would focus. It's just kind of like a pinky nude shade, which Do I ever use anything else besides a pinky nude? What videos are the most fun to film, make, and create? Favorites videos, I think they're a lot of fun because I'm talking about like all of my favorite things. If you weren't on YouTube, what other passions do you like and still do? I would definitely be a dance teacher. I used to dance my entire life. It's been like the past 5 years that I haven't danced. And actually now that I'm getting more in shape, I would love to start dancing again. But if I wasn't doing this, that's what I would be doing. I'm gonna take Beach Babe from Tarte and apply this. It's one of my favorite nude lipsticks. I get this question all the time. How long does it take me to do my makeup in real time? Honestly, like that is like an impossible question to answer because it depends on what I'm doing. If I do the same smoky eye one day and then the same smoky eye the next day, it could take me 10 times longer one of the days just because I feel like taking time. So it could take me anywhere from 0 minutes to 3 hours if I want, you know, it just depends on what I'm doing, you know. I'm gonna grab some Pillow Talk lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury just to kind of deepen up this lip a little bit. And then I'm gonna bring my mascara down on the bottom lashes. What did my family think about me doing YouTube? You know what? They've been so supportive throughout this entire journey. Even when I first started, they knew it was something I was passionate about and have supported me throughout. They're always so motivating and excited about stuff I'm doing. One thing people really don't realize is how much work it really takes to make videos, and I know a lot of people in my life probably think I just sit at home on my computer all day, or all I do is makeup, or they maybe watch my live streams and think like, what is she doing today? You know what I mean? But this is a very hard job and it's a lot of work, and a lot of what I do is actually the majority of what I do is stuff that you don't see. A lot of brand emails and a lot of contracts to sign and a lot of research because, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? It's not just doing makeup. There's definitely a huge business side of this industry that I'm learning about every single day. I'm very thankful that I have such a great support system because this is such a weird job, and it's not like any other. So I'm very thankful that I've got these people in my life to keep me focused and on the right track and are here for me. And even though none of us know how this works, it's like, well, I'll figure it out, you know, because there's a lot in this industry that I just have no freaking clue, and I would love some help, but I'm not about to sign my channel away. Did you guys know that there are companies that will literally sign you? So the money that I would make from YouTube goes straight to them, and then they only pay you like a percentage of it. And it's like, yeah, that's a thing. So I'm not interested. All right, you guys, that is everything for today. And those are all of your questions. Thank you so much for taking time to ask me these questions and to hang out with me today. I really do appreciate it. I know I had a great time. I just love these relaxed and chilled out type of videos. So if you want to see more of these or any other kind of video, let me know that down below in the comment section. Please subscribe if you aren't already. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.